here. Start recording.
Add a little jingle to it.
Right? I've got a guy working on my video entry, so that's coming. That's in the pipeline.
Nice.
It's coming. Where's the record button? Bam. All right, we're recording. Team early as fuck. Commercial break coming at you. Those of you not in the central Wisconsin Stevens Point area, I feel bad for you because we've got a pretty big badass guest. We're joining us today in the studio. We've got Tony Whitefeather. Tony, say hello to everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Tony's in here. He's a badass farmer. Whitefeather Organics. You've probably heard of them. They're kicking ass. They're educating everyone, bringing food to the masses. They're pushing the boundaries of.
We're taking names.
And pushing the boundaries for organic local farming. Tony's joining us to talk about CSAs. Tony, what is a CSA?
CSA, community supported agriculture. Essentially, you're realizing that you need to eat some really good organic vegetables per se, and you're paying in advance to a degree. Like, we have multiple different payment methods actually through the farm, but the idea is that you're supporting us to get the seed and to get going, to secure the farm. It really comes from an old I don't want to get, get
into the weeds.
Okay,
this is an educational commercial.
Well, all right. Well, it comes from the Orient, where the cities were growing really fast and the farmers were getting gobbled up, and they realized, like, hey, if we don't protect this, you can't just keep driving agriculture further and further and out. They said, why don't we go to the people and ask for money ahead of time, and then we can keep the land and keep it growing. And so that's really the old seed of it, and that's why we even exist. Without this style of agriculture, we wouldn't probably be here in the facets that we are, for sure. Nice. So that's it. Essentially, you're the community, we're your farm, you're investing in us, and we grow you the abundance that we can at the best of our ability. So
nice.
Yeah.
Solid. And how many years have you been doing the farm thing?
Yeah, we're hitting the 12th here. So
12
seasoned
years.
Somewhat. Yeah, seasoned, you would say. That does mean I only grew potatoes there like 12 times, but I mean, realistically, I think we've got a good taste for it.
Yeah,
so,
I think you've got some good methods, and
yeah.
We podcasted a little bit ago, and you're just talking about how the yield is still increasing. You're getting more off of the same amount of land. Your methods are improving. You're looking at how do we build up this soil while we're also you're investing in the soil, building up the soil so you can collect kind of the produce, the fruits, the perennials, the annuals, without just take.
Right.
Because as I'm sure you're a well-versed historian in those regards as to the take kind of farming versus what you guys are doing.
Yeah, it's an ecology. We live here as an ecology, and we're trying to ecologically get you food from that. So, and nutrient, high quality. I'm really looking for some healthy plants. Like, that's, to be honest, personally, I get off at looking at a field of really healthy, good-looking plants. So selfishly, that's what I'm looking for. If you want to invest in that, Tony jumping for joy over a really nice field, I will make sure you get a bunch of produce with that.
Perfect. So. I'm sold. With all that going on, what are the shares? What are people buying into? What do they get?
Primarily vegetables from us. I know some people like, what about the fruit? That's a long question with biotany if you want, but we'll just say we grow 36 different vegetables. I mean, peppers, eggplant, carrots, beets, potatoes, lots of onions. I like to describe it as it's that nice garden your grandmother had or you would like to grow. We're doing that a little more professionally. We got greenhouses and whatnot, and we're bringing that to you in season. The seasons change. When it's hot in July, that's when we're getting those tomatoes and those hot peppers and the herbs and things like that. So it does kind of crescendo. It's, you know, it starts out, you know, chugging along, and then in the middle we're like jumping on the box to close it, you know. So you got to get ready. Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. That's the beauty of seasonal eating. It's the beauty of Wisconsin. I love this state just for the, like you just talked about, the crescendo, the difference that we experience in each season. Like right now with all this shitty snow in April,
Yeah.
kind of putting a damper on what Tony has planned when it comes to farm events. But that's how we should be eating. We talked about systems, healthy, wellness, sustainable. Realizing that and investing in local, investing in these sustainable systems where you talked about that's the origin of the CSA.
Sharing the reality, sharing the risk, you know, and sharing the abundance, and a lot of times that is always the case, you know. So
I love it, man. Cool. So if anyone out there, you're a health and fitness nut, you're a local nut, you've bought these other shipped to your door boxes where you get a couple meals. And we didn't even touch on the recipes. We'll touch on the recipes before we end this commercial. But if you've done any of those things, awesome. That's a great first step. You're cooking. You're playing around with real food, real ingredients. Let's dabble local. Let's take some of that money, invest in these local farmers, and you're gonna get a box of goodies, local goodies, fresh goodies, organic. Tony, talk a little bit about local time. Recipes.
Yeah, we invest with a local. Well, she's from Madison, and she is well versed in CSAs, and she's written thousands of recipes using majority of the ingredients from a box, which is, I think, people, you know, especially if they see something they're not used to, how do I incorporate that into what's something I already like? And that's why I really like working with her. Again, we're sharing the wealth, redistributing it to other artists, and so that service, essentially, when you buy in our share, I will give you a passcode that gives you private inset to her recipe,
nice
online recipe book.
And we've got members only Facebook and Instagram groups coming down the pipeline, so that'll be your own special secret Whitefeather CSA location to get the nitty-gritty on the farm, the newsletter, recipes.
Free mushroom workshop to members.
Free mushroom workshop, socials on the farm.
Pizza.
Man, you can't go wrong.
No, it's
building community through food.
Yeah, it's being connected to your food. We try our best. So
hell yeah. Tony, anything else for the people before we get after it?
Hey, we're here to grow for you. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right. Later, everybody.